Hi everybody, this is Big City Girl Vienna. I'm back again. I sound like a scratched record today because I have been sick this entire weekend and I feel like crap. But nonetheless, I'm here wanting to show you the look I did for you on Friday because I was stuck at home and I was thinking to myself, let's try out some makeup. And I I did that look, the one you saw on Instagram. So today I'm going to show you how I did it. So what I'm gonna do today is I bought the new Fenty, well, new for us it's new, the new Fenty makeup, and I bought the color 120 because I've told you if I buy the 120 I'm good with every brand I have, but this one is a little light. And what I've learned after trying it with Fenty, this is a makeup for people with oilier skin. My skin is so dry, so if I use it on its own, it just gets flaky on the skin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it up with the Estee Lauder, but the one in 1 and 3, the creamy vanilla, I use in the summertime to get the color I want to. What is more, I'm gonna do a mix today for you where I'm gonna add some high beam from Benefit through the mixture so it gets a glowier look and the face is not so cakey. So I have a little thingy over here. Let's squirt some Fenty on it. Bam, bam. 2 taps of Fenty. Then a squirt of the Estee Lauder. Here we go. And then a touch of the high beam from Benefit. It's not opening, of course. I'm telling you, nothing is going my way. So here we go. I'm just applying 1 swipe, 2 swipes. Okay, so I'm mixing this up together and I'm gonna, with my MAC brush, and let's see how this looks on the face. Here we go. Okay, it might be a little too light, but I'm gonna adjust the color a little bit. So I'll see you in a bit. Let me tell you something about foundation. I mean, I know you've heard this 1,000 times, and by the way, this is an EOS lip balm because being sick, my lips are just, no. So with foundation, you can apply it with your hand, you can apply it with a brush or with the beauty blender. Full coverage with your hand, middle coverage with a brush, and lower coverage is with the beauty blender. So what I did is a combination of brush and beauty blender for you. And now I'm gonna take my hand because I think you can see, so sorry, I have some red spots on my face. So now I'm going in with the finger and you'll see, well, I hope so, and there's a much better coverage of my red spots when I apply foundation with the finger. So I'm gonna go in with a concealer and this is the best. So there's something called an engagement group on Facebook and on an app called Telegram. I don't know if you know it. So Telegram is an app like WhatsApp where people who want, who start out in this business, let's say, it's not a business, it's a hobby of doing makeup and engaging with people and being on Instagram. There's a app called Telegram where there are some influencer groups. So you go in and you can find people who post similar stuff to yours, maybe bigger influencers or just, random people who you think might be people who would like the things you're posting, and you can engage with them directly over Instagram, over Facebook, over your blog, whatever. So actually, I posted my last makeup YouTube video on there to see what people think about it. And a guy gave me so much shit about not using a setting powder after I did the concealer, because I told you last time I don't like to use setting powder over it because it's strong enough as it is and it just gets cakey in the small lines I'm starting to have. But today, in order to not annoy anybody else, I'm going to show you the setting powder I usually use. Laura Mercier, I know you've heard about it. It's the translucent setting powder. So I'm going to set the face a little bit today. I go in with the Beauty Blender under my eyes and set everything for better the nose as well, because I'm going to do contour after, you know, for better coverage and setting and fixing and whatnot. So what I'm going to be doing today is, you know, I told you I'm not a fan of creamy contouring because I don't know how to do it. Well, guess what? I put on my big girl panties, no pun intended, and did it once. So you're gonna see me in a minute like a tribal figure, and then I'm gonna show you how I blend. Stick from NYX. It has a medium side and a very light side. So what I'm gonna do is show you where I apply the lines on my face. So you see this fine line that goes to the ear over here under the cheekbone. A little bit on the nose. Then I go into the forehead, across my hairline, not too much. The nose, a little bit here, a little bit here. And then I'm gonna blend this. I should do this side as well, but for chubby ladies, it doesn't make any difference, I'm sorry to say. And then I go in with the lighter side to create contrast. Here, 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 in the middle of my nose, on my forehead. And now I'm gonna take my lovely brush from NYX and I'm gonna blend it in. You know how you blend? You just take the brush and just start mixing it until it's blended into the skin. Don't worry, it might look messy in the beginning. I assure you, it's not. My contoured face, ladies and gentlemen, the ones who like to apply makeup, just take a brush and just try it. I have never learned to do contouring and I was so stressed in the beginning. Just take a brush, take some product and try it out. If you see you have done mistakes or it's not good enough or it's not precise enough, take your beauty blender or even your hand, but I would suggest a beauty blender in this case, and just dab on the areas where you want to correct it because the blender has residue foundation on it and you can just correct it. It's no biggie. What is more, you always, if you get a stick, a contour stick, you get a light side and a dark side. So you can balance out the dark side with the white side. So just seriously, I'm not an expert. I've never taken any makeup classes. You have to try everything out. So this is my contoured face, nothing big, nothing very strong. I added some Urban Decay primer on my lid so we can start with the makeup. I'm using Huda, the first palette she brought out, the rose gold palette. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna go in with this. So I'm gonna use the colors Sweet, Black Truffle, and then go in with Man-Eater and the Red Fling one. And what I'm gonna do is apply the gray one in the inner and the outer corner, then apply the black on the outer corner, then I'm gonna cut the crease just in the middle, and then I'm going to apply the red. So you can see the difference. Cutting the crease is, yeah, it's not difficult. I don't find it difficult. You just need a flat brush, a precise flat brush, and it's like painting or coloring within the lines. So I'm gonna take this sweet color. It's a grayish. So I'm doing this, the base. I'm gonna apply it with a brush because I think I can blend it out better this way. But then the red, after I cut the crease, the red and the sparkly red, I'm gonna do with my finger because, as I was saying, finger, full coverage, bam. Then brushes are medium, and for foundation, when you use a blender, it's like a lower coverage. Of course, it still covers, but it's not that cakey effect some of us strive for when we go out. So I know it looks a little crazy at the moment. Inner eye, outer eye, but don't worry. You're gonna see this is just a base for what's gonna come. Again, I'm gonna do just one eye for you so you can see how it works. So this is the gray. Then I'm gonna use black truffle, which is a full-on black, and just tip your brush in it for like, just touch on the product, because if not, it's gonna be too strong and you won't be able to handle it. So I just touched the brush on the product, and then I'm just touching it up on the eye to give it that smoky touch in the outer corner. So I'm just gonna blend this in for a minute, and I'm gonna show you how to cut the crease. The crease, I'm gonna take the primer I used on my lids, apply it on a flat brush, just on the tip of the brush. I'm not feeling my best today. The only thing about the first palette, Huda palette, was it doesn't have a mirror, so it's quite annoying. But I'm going to take a small mirror, and now I'm just going to go along the crease of the lid. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it up, but the purpose of cutting a crease is the color you put on it is going to be much more intense. And as you can see, I've covered up a lot of the gray, so it doesn't look this extreme anymore. So you see, I have a little gray in my corner, and that's about it. Let's just, okay. You see, I have primer on it. And now I'm going in with the same eye brush with the Man-Eater red. It's gonna be red, but I'm not gonna take the brush. I'm just gonna take it on my finger. Again, use sparsely and don't drag it across the lid, just tap it on the lid. The more you drag, the more residue you're gonna have on your lower, under your eye, and that's not something we want. Let me just try out with the brush and see how it goes. Actually, I've done it with my hand the last time, but I'm curious to see how it behaves. It's turning into something pretty pinkish. Nope, I'm loving my finger more. Don't be afraid of, don't make a mess, purposefully make a mess, but everything you do to your makeup can be, almost everything can be repaired. The only thing I find can be repaired while you're doing the makeup is if you have a wing, a black wing, and you do it wrong. And by the way, that's something I don't know how to do, but it's going to happen. So now I take the magenta and go under my eye, and this is tricky try and apply it as close to the base of your eye, of the lower lid, as you can, so you don't have a lot of makeup down here. But again, if you make a mistake, don't worry. Just take your beauty blender. Where are you, beauty blender? Here you are. Just take your beauty blender. It still has a lot of makeup. Go in and wipe what's annoying and what bothers you. And see, ta-da! Nothing major, nothing complicated. I'm just gonna take some more Sweet for the outer corner. I think it's too red. Maybe a little more black. You know how you start out decent and you can't stop, and you apply and you apply and you apply, but I'm applying more because after that comes the glitter, and the glitter covers part of the color again, you know, so it can stand out more. And I wear glasses all the time, so you know, when you wear glasses, you have that frame around your eyes. It's good to have a darker, smokier makeup when you go out. And now I'm gonna take Fling, which is a red, and go over the magenta I have on my eyes. And again, instead of like dragging it, just tap, drag, tap, drag, so it doesn't spill over. And you see on the area where I cut the crease, the color is pretty intense. And I mean, it's red. I mean, if somebody hears me say, I did my makeup with red colors, they're gonna say, are you crazy? But no, I'm not. It's doable, you see? And now I'm just gonna apply some Moon Dust, which is a very light color, on my in my inner corner. Again with the finger. See, I messed up my red now, so I'm going in from the side with the blender. No problem. You know, this new era of makeup, everything is stackable. You can just apply more and more, and it won't bother anybody. So here it is. And what I'm gonna do now to give it a final closure is take a base color, a beige. I have a beige on it. Just a base matte beige, nothing special, nothing fancy. And apply it on my upper lid and my lower lid under the makeup, just to give it a smooth finish. Now I'm gonna do the other eye and come back to you with the rest. I hope you like it. I'm gonna go in with some brow gel. I still haven't figured out if I want to try some color on my brows. We'll see. Maybe next week. I keep pushing it further and further away. A little brow gel, and then I'm going to go in with mascara, blush, highlighter, and we're done. Just fixing it and we're done. There we go. So what I'm gonna do for mascara today, I'm gonna use the Lauder. I've shown you last time, the Paradise Ecstatic. And then I'm gonna use the roller lash. This one I got, it's from Benefit. This one I got in this amazing Christmas box from a friend of mine from Romania. And you know my theory, I always use two mascaras. I don't know, I think it gives it more volume. So I'm gonna go in with I wanted to go in with the L'Oreal, but let me go in with the roller lash. So you see what it does for my eyes. I don't particularly like mascaras with a silicone brush because I don't feel it does enough for my lashes, because I have blonde straight lashes, but when I apply mascara they just transform. And you see, I know the roller lash has been praised by so many, but it's with foundation. I love Fenty. The product is amazing. I just have to hydrate very well before, or just mix it with something else, because it's not good for my, it's not perfect for my skin, because my skin is so dry. Some people have oilier skin. You couldn't handle the Becca foundation by itself because it's too oily, and for me it's perfect. So different skin types, different skin tones, but Fenty, all in all, good stuff. I've tried out some stuff from her, and you're gonna see me use some more products from her line. I think it's amazing what she does, and what I appreciate about her is the fact that she has such a wide color range, from very light to very dark. And I think it was time for makeup lines and for society to be inclusive. We are all the same, and you know my stance on it. So this is my eye, one of my eyes. I'm gonna go do my next eye. I can't stop. And I'll see you in a bit. Mascara is on. Applying some blush from Too Faced over my my contour line. Just a little bit of blush. And I'm gonna do something else today. I'm not gonna go overboard with the highlighter because everybody keeps yelling at me to stop with the highlighter. I don't care. But for you, to give you some tips, if you don't want to glow like a disco ball, which I frankly don't understand because it's amazing to glow like a disco ball, I have this MAC Show Gold Extra Dimension Skinfinish. You can find it in stores. And see, it's a shimmery, not so strong highlighter. So I'm just going to apply this for a touch of glow, which isn't too in your face like the ones I use, because shockingly there are people who don't appreciate a nice highlighter. So okay, a little bit on my nose. Okay, this was a little bit too much on my nose. So you see, these are moments when I keep telling you, take the beauty blender, blend your troubles away. It's no problem. Just, So this is the look. I am missing lips. I'm gonna give it another go with the chocolatey ultra matte liquid lipstick from L'Oreal. I've shown you last week. So just a touch of it, not too much, because the eyes are bold enough, and I think it's enough. But this is why I like to do stuff my way. I'm gonna try and show you on the camera what adding the translucent setting powder over the concealer did to my skin. I don't think you're going to see it, but believe me, it's already starting to cake and crack. So yeah, if you have a good thing going on, keep it up the way you like it. So my darlings, this is the look. I hope you like it. And I would appreciate any comment, any like, any subscribe on my YouTube channel. And I will see you soon with the next video. Kisses.